Hey, Shutter Squad. Welcome back to The One Behind the Lens and happy January 2nd, 2026. If you're listening in real time, you're probably in that weird in between space. The holidays are over, the calendar is blank again, and you're feeling equal parts motivated and slightly panicked about what this year is going to look like. I'm Kate, and today's episode is here to ground you because instead of just rushing into bookings, content, and I should probably be doing something, we're going to slow down just enough to build your 2026 photography business plan on purpose. No pressure, no hustle hangover, just clarity. So, this episode is not about fixing everything overnight. It's about setting a direction so that when your year picks up and it does that speed up, you're ready. So, grab a notebook, open your notes app, or just listen and let things, sink in and click. Let's start the year strong. Also, if you're new here, first of all, hello and welcome. But if you haven't listened to season one yet, I would bookmark it. There are some really good stuff in there, so you just don't want to skip it. All right, let's get into it. To be honest, most photographers don't avoid planning because they're lazy. They avoid it because they're already overwhelmed, they don't trust numbers, or they're scared to see the truth. But here's the thing I want you to hear clearly. If you don't choose your direction, your business will choose it for you. So think of that one again. If you don't choose your direction, your business will choose it for you. And usually it chooses burnout. A business plan doesn't box you in. It actually gives you freedom. That freedom will say, that's not aligned. That's not profitable. That's not for me this year. So today we're not planning your entire life. We're just answering a few important questions that most photographers skip. So, before we talk money or marketing, we need to get something straight. Success is not booking more just to say you're busy, copying another photographer's growth, or doing work you secretly resent. So, I want you to pause and answer this honestly. At the end of 2026, what do you want your life to look like? Not your Instagram, not your website, your actual day to day. Ask yourself, how many days a week do you want to work? What time do you want to be done for the day? What do I want my weekends to look like? Because here's the truth. Your business should serve your life, not consume it. So write down 3 words you want 2026 to feel like. I mean, maybe this is calm, profitable, creative, spacious, exciting. I want you to really do this. Write down those 3 words. And I want you to think about the feeling that you want 2026 to feel like. Those words matter more than any revenue goal. Okay, so once you have those down, I want you to think about choosing a focus. So this is where, a lot of photographers get stuck. They do everything. They're photographing seniors, families, branding, weddings, headshots, content creation, mini sessions, and wonder why they're exhausted. Let me say this gently. You don't need to do everything to be successful. You need to do a few things really well. So for 2026, I want you to pick 1 to 2 primary revenue streams, one secondary or fun offering. That is it. Ask yourself, what do people I already book, like what do they book me for? What is it easy for me? Like I book these things easily. Or, also ask yourself, what makes me the most money for the least stress? What do I enjoy and get paid well for? Ask those 3 things. Your focus is your power. Clarity attracts clients faster than variety. Okay. So I have been asking you a lot. We just came running out this gate. I'm asking you to write things down. I want you to start thinking because this is the time. January is the time that we are all like, we're in the zone. And so we're right in the zone right here today. So now just take a deep breath. We're talking numbers, but I promise to keep this friendly. Okay. So we're getting into, realistic revenue goals. Instead of asking, how much do I want to make? I want you to ask, what do I need to make to support my life? Now, this means different for every single person. So you can't copy what another person wants for their to support their life. Everyone's life looks different. Your support, it can mean so many different things. It can mean that it is sustaining you for the year, your life for the, say you're looking at the year, and it might mean that you are building in a couple of vacations in there. Some people might not have any vacations in there. So just don't try to think of what supports everyone's life. It's your life. So I want you to consider, the personal income, your business expenses, taxes, time off, like those vacations, growth investment. And then now let's, reverse engineer it. If your goal is $80,000 for the year and you shoot 40 sessions a year, that's 2,000 per year or per session, excuse me. That's 80 sessions. If you want to do 80 sessions that year, that would be $1,000 per session that you would need to make. So this isn't about pressure. It's just about information. So numbers don't judge you. They just guide you. And it's just something for you to really look at and to be realistic about your business. Once you see the math, decisions become easier. Your pricing, your packages, and your boundaries. That's a good one. And suddenly your goals feel possible instead of overwhelming. Okay. So, again, we're going right into it, right? Now, I want you to look at your marketing and you're going to simplify your marketing. You do not need to be everywhere. You need to be consistent, visible, and clear. Consistent, visible, and clear. I would pick your main platform. So you have one main platform, say it's your Instagram or your Facebook, or it could even be your email, like your newsletter that goes out in the email list. Then I want you to pick one supporting platform, and it could be either of those again, and ask, what does my ideal client actually pay attention to? Where do they already trust me? Now, If you're not sure where, I would put in this is what I do in my form when people are filling it out to book me. I literally have a section that just says, "Where did you hear about Kate?" or "How did you find Kate?" Something like that. Then they tell me. They might say they found me on Google. They might say they found me on Facebook. So that will help you um, see. Then also you could look at your analytics. You can see how many times people are opening up those emails, how many people are opening up the emails every week or every month that you send out. You can look on your analytics on Instagram, on Facebook, and just see, where you getting the most um people visibility and maybe even interactions. And then I want you to ask, what does my ideal client actually pay attention to? So, are they paying attention to are you doing your family posts? Is that what they're really paying attention to? Are they paying attention to when you put out like, hey, this is what you should think about when you're prepping for your senior session? Think about that. And then again, look and see where are they already trusting you. Your job in 2026 is not to go viral. That's such a, everyone talks about that. It's a viral post or, all of that. Blah, blah, blah. Stop with that. Your job is to show up clearly and repeatedly. Talk about your process, your personality, what it's like to work with you, who you're, best for. The right clients don't need convincing, they just need recognition. So now create space for growth. So this is, I feel like this is the part where photographers forget to plan for rest. Right now, we are in January. It's January 2nd. Think about that rest. You have to, when you're a business owner, not even just a photographer, you literally have to put in the calendar that time off, that rest, and you have to stick with it. So plan for rest, time off, white space, creative breathing room. If your calendar is packed wall to wall, there's no room. You don't have room to improve your craft. You don't have any room to market intentionally or dream bigger. So when you build your 2026 plan, I want you to schedule time off first, admin days, and your personal projects. Burnout doesn't mean you're failing. It just means your business needs better structure. And I think, you know, we're the hardest when on ourselves if we're not working. I feel like we're always at that point where we're like, well, we haven't shot anything or anything like that. It's okay to take time off and to literally put it on the calendar that you are unavailable, and don't stray away from that. So as you step into this year, especially here at the very beginning, I want you to remember this. You don't need to have 2026 figured out today. You just need to start asking better questions. Clarity compounds, small decisions add up, and intention always beats urgency. If this episode helped you reset after the holidays, do me a favor. Send it to another photographer who's staring at and starting a blank calendar and wondering what's next. I created a free downloadable worksheet to go with this episode. So it's something you can print or fill out digitally as you listen. You'll find it linked in the show notes, and I really encourage you to take 20 minutes to actually walk through it. This is where the clarity starts, and it's going to dive deeper than this actual episode. As we kick off this new year together, just know you're not behind, you're just right on time. And just so you know, this is only episode 1 of 2 dropping today. Enjoy episode 2. It is with functional nutritionist Ivy Towler, who's also a photographer. So she gets it, guys. We're having a conversation that we usually avoid. It's about our bodies, our health, and yes, we even touch on poop. So it turns out it matters more than we think. So I'll see you over there on episode 2. Shut her up and shine, friends. Shut her up and